in a move to boost the local wine-making industry of Meghalaya and reduce fruit wastage, Chief Minister Conrad Sangma today inaugurated the Northeast Fruit Wine Incubation Centre in Shillong. Speaking to Northeast Live, the Chief Minister informed that the initiative aims to transform locally grown fruits from staged into a recognized brand. He also emphasized the need for a legal framework and support structure for local winemakers whose products often end in waste due to a lack of market access. He further informed that the state government's objective to legalize the local fruit winemaking industry, and for this, the government will provide a simple registration and licensing process at nominal rates. This move is expected to not only to promote local wine production but also boost tourism by making local fruits and wines accessible to tourists. During the inaugural function, Chief Minister Sangma highlighted the link between tourism and agriculture, asserting that the Fruit Wine Incubation Centre would support entrepreneurs and create job opportunities. He further said that the government is convinced that there needs to be a proper system, a proper policy, a proper framework, a proper support structure, a proper ecosystem that will allow the local fruit winemakers to flourish in the state.
Basically, what our objective is that the local fruit that we have, many people have been involved in making the local fruit into wine. And this particular process was not legalized, and a proper policy was not in place. So what we did was, in order to promote the local winemaking industry and also to support the farmers whose products normally would go to waste because they would not be able to sell it in the market, and hence processing it and making it into wine would help the farmers. So keeping these 2-3 objectives in mind, and obviously to get a brand for Meghalaya in terms of tourism also, we had decided that we will legalize the local fruit winemaking industry. And based on that, we came out with a policy where the registrations will take place and licenses will be given to the winemakers, but at a very nominal rate. And the process also is something that we would want it to be very, very simple.
It may be mentioned here that the Meghalaya Farmers Empowerment Commission, or 𝗵𝗡𝗄𝗏, is actively involved in training local winemakers to adopt new technologies and improve the quality of fruit wine production, with an aim to position Meghalaya as the fruit wine capital of the country. MEFC Executive Advisor 𝗶𝗶𝗄𝗏, speaking to Northeast Live, said that the incubation center has been set up to teach winemaking with fruits other than grapes.
So this Northeast Fruit Wine Incubation Center is the first of its kind in the Northeast. And basically this was set up as an incubation and training center for winemakers of not only Northeast but the entire country, because there's no such institution like this in the country. And this was set up specifically to only teach and train people on how to make fruit wine. So basically the objective of setting this up was, one is to train, one is also show people how to go about scientific winemaking. We train people on how to maintain consistency, because the problem with many of the traditional wines is like from one batch to another, there's a big difference in taste, there's a big difference in flavor. So here we have what we teach them how to maintain consistency throughout the batches. So every batch you have will have the same taste. We also train them how to pack properly, how to design labels, how to meet the compliances, legal and economic compliance.